Fanfic Brony here, ready for another action pack of fanfic readings. It's a little bit different light, but I guess I do it. Alright, let me see, light. It's let's see, yes, fanfic reading today is It's All Hooey, again by Disney Fanatic 2364. Most of the ones I'm going to do right now is by Disney Fanatic. Actually, might be two more. Yeah, two more. Well, one more after this. But anyway, let's begin. It's All Hooey. Chapter 1, A Trip to the Farm. I said I won't start any more of these fics until I finish the others, but the MLP fandom has officially put me in. This is my first MLP fic, Sweden, and I know this concept has been used so many times, but I wanted to give a shot. Disclaimer, I do not own My Little Pony. Ironically enough, I do not either. Tammy glanced out the window of the car, her arms folded across her chest. The city had disappeared, and the hills of the countryside came into view. She didn't mind Fitzgerald's on the farm. In fact, she loved the farm. It was a nice break from all the city noise and smoke. It was the fact that her father was going on a business trip again and dumping her off. Are we there yet? She groaned. Your father sighed from the driver's seat. What does it look like? No, exactly, but we'll be there in a few minutes. Do you really have to go? Yes, this is a very important client, and this account could mean a raise, possibly a promotion. We could get you the electric guitar you've always wanted. Timmy sighed. What's wrong now? Are you going to be banging it up on my birthday? Of course I will, hon. You can't blow it off again. It's my sweet 16, Dad. I promise. I promise. I'll be back in time to celebrate your birthday. That's what you said last year, she muttered under her breath. Okay, we're here. The car pulled up in front of a large red barn and corral. Riding on a horse was a tall blonde woman in green overalls. When she saw the visitor come out of the vehicle, she jumped off and raced towards him. Tammy, Danny! She tapped her knees with a hug, which Tammy happily returned. It's great to see you again, Aunt Megan. The woman put away to get a good look at her. My. Have you gotten taller? I hear someone's turning 16 next week. Hey, that means you'll be getting your driver's license. Yep, I can't wait. You will need a car then. Danny, tell me you're getting this girl a car. Of course I am, he replied, holding his arms out for a hug. How are you, sis? Oh, excellent. Moopin just gave birth to a new foal last week. Really? Tommy asked excitedly. Yes, she's in the barn right now. Timothy has waits and wonder what's inside. Where's Molly? Danny inquired as he got his daughter's luggage out of the car. She's out in the orchard. Thanks for taking care of Timmy while I'm in Tokyo. It's our pleasure. She's always such a big help. Make his face turn serious. Danny, you're going to be home in time for her birthday, right? Danny was taking out Danny's guitar when he paused. I'll try to make it. Danny, I'll try, alright? She's your daughter, Danny. Don't send her up again. He slammed the trunk closed. I won't. Listen, I can't stay. My flight's in 2 hours. Tell Molly I said hi. He got in the car, but before he drove, he rolled down the window and looked at his older sister. And Megan, he started, don't talk to Timmy about that place. Megan rolled her eyes. What's the harm in it, Danny? She's too old for that stuff. You were there too, but that was a long time ago. You can't be telling things that aren't supposed to exist. She's not down to her brother's eye level. You used to be different, Danny, before Irene passed away. Danny sighed and sat up straight. Yes, before then. Danny rolled out the window and drove away. At that moment, Tammy ran out of the barn. Dad, you gotta see it. It's so... Then she saw the car disappearing down the road. Tammy's arms drooped. Well, goodbye to you too, she shouted angrily. Her aunt laid a hand on her shoulder. He has a flight to catch, huh? But he told me to say he loves you. That was a fib, but she figured Dan would want her to say that. Hey, I'm Molly's no orchard. Why don't you go help her out while I take her back to your room? Dad lifted Demi's spirits. Count me in. She pointed towards the field of apple trees and searched excitedly for her younger aunt. Then she spotted her, a woman resembling her Aunt Megan, but a few inches shorter with her hair tied back in a ponytail and wearing pink overalls. She was picking apples from one of the trees. "Aunt Molly," Tammy called. The woman turned and smiled when she saw her niece. "Tammy," she started climbing down the ladder. "When did you get here?" "Just now." She gave her aunt a hug. "Oh my," Molly said, "oh, you're getting prettier every day. Why, you look just like your mom." Tammy's smile wavered. "Sorry. Hey, how would you like to help me make some apple pie?" The teenager started jumping up and down like a schoolgirl. "Yay, my favorite!" Later that afternoon, 3 ladies were sitting in the kitchen eating the freshly baked apple pie. "So is your dad going to be here for your birthday?" Molly inquired. Tammy turned her head. "He says so, but I doubt it." "Well, I'm sure he'll come home in time," Megan assured her. "He hardly comes home at all. Not for parties, not for concerts, not even for dinner. If I wasn't old enough to take care of myself, I would have called social services. He's a busy man, honey. He's only working so hard so he can take care of you. But never wants to do anything. He wasn't always this way," Molly interjected. "Why, back when we were kids, he was always pulling pranks and such. Remember when he made it rain on us?" "Huh?" Tammy uttered. "Molly," Megan warned, "you know how Dad hates when we talk about hogwash." Megan seriously, "What he doesn't know won't hurt him. You see, Dad convinced one of our Pegasus friends to make a clown raid on us." Tammy giggled. "Guys, you know I'm too old for the stories. I know you didn't really go to the landfill with magical talking horses. They were ponies, and we really did go there." She laughed some more and started gathering their empty plates. "Come on, you think I was born yesterday? They were fun, but now it's just kind of silly." "They are not silly. Really, just let her go, Molly," her old sister interrupted. "She's never going to believe us. I'm going to take Finn out for a ride. Is that okay? After eating? You know I never get nauseated, especially when you're riding a horse. See ya." Megan rolled her eyes. "At least we know she can find some happiness. I'm disappointed that she doesn't believe us," Molly grunted. Meanwhile, Tammy walked into the barn and found her favorite cream-colored horse. She had her fist and let the animal sniff it. Then lowered his muzzle and allowed her to pet it. "Nice to see you, little girl," she muttered. The horse went in agreement, which made Tammy smile. Since she was little, her aunts kept telling her stories about Atlanta ponies who could talk, fly, and even do magic. They also had jobs. Real jobs. Like baking, teaching, and selling things. She used to love those stories, and she still did. In a way, she just didn't want to appear childish. She sighed and stared at her horse friend. "If only you could talk, girl," she said. "That way I wouldn't feel crazy for talking to a horse. But we both know horses can't talk, and they certainly can't fly or do magic. It would be cool, but horses like that don't exist." In the far off land of Equestria, a purple alicorn was in a library, reading a book on the myths and legends. She was asked by her mentor, the ruler of all Equestria, Princess Celestia, to read this book because it was possible that some of these legends could be true. The young alicorn read all of them and thought them a bunch of hooey. Like a story. But one chapter sparked her interest. It was short and vague, which made it all the more intriguing. A voice interrupted her reading. "Twilight!" The alicorn turned to face a small purple and green dragon. "What is it, Spike? Have you forgotten?" He waved a woolen bed skin from her face. Twilight gasped. "The picnic! Oh gosh, I was so wrapped in this book. Someone else is new. Ooh, I'm late. They're gonna be so mad." The horn on her head glowed purple, and that same purple light enveloped the dragon and was instantly lifted onto her back. As soon as the door was open, Twilight spread her large wings and bolted into the sky. The ponies in town point of view down below looked up and bowed their heads. Twilight rolled her eyes. Since she had become a princess, many of the ponies were treated like royalty, even though they all had known her for 3 years now. At least her best friends still treated her like they always had. Speaking of which, there they were. 2 earth ponies, 2 Pakistani and unicorns, sitting on a picnic blanket on a hill. Twilight landed gracefully, panting. She was still getting used to the wings. "Hi, every pony," she said, lifting Spike off her back with her magic. "Sorry I'm late." "It's cool, Twilight," the blue Pegasus with the multi-color name Rainbow Dash said. "We haven't even started eating yet anyway." "I'm really sorry though. I was so caught up in reading this book for Princess Celestia that I nearly forgot about the picnic." "What book were you reading?" asked the white unicorn Rarity. "It's called Myths and Legends from Beyond Equestria." The Earth pony named Pie marveled. What kind of myths and legends? Ghosts? Vampires? Zombies? Those were in there, but they're all nonsense. However, there was one chapter that was particularly interesting. Really? Really? What was it about? It was about a creature called a human. Everybody guessed. What's a human? Asked the Yellow Pex's Fluttershy, who knew about nearly every creature in Equestria. It's a creature found somewhere beyond Equestria, Twilight explained. Not much is known about them, except that they walk on two legs and hay when their other two hooves touch the ground. Also, they seem to come from a level where ponies don't talk. Every pony gasped again. Ponies don't talk? Maybe exclaimed. That must be horrible. I know it's like not to be able to talk. There are so many things you could talk about that I can't imagine not being able to talk while you laugh. It would just be terrible. We get it, Pinky. Rainbow Dash interrupted. The orange-nosed pony, who had been lying against a tree chewing on a piece of grass, lifted her cowgirl hat and said in a southern accent, I've heard about these creatures. My granny Smith mentioned them once. She said some humans came to Ponyville several years ago, before Big Macintosh and I were even born. Not a lot of ponies know about them, though. No offense, Applejack, the Blue Pegasus said, but your granny isn't all there. I mean, come on, what kind of animal walks on only two legs? Fluttershy started listing them. Chickens, birds, sometimes bears and bunnies. And me! Shouted a voice behind her. The Yellow Pegasus squealed and hid behind Twilight. She then peered around and saw that the creature that had frightened her had a pony head, deer antler, a bat wing, a snake tail, and various other animal parts. Oh, Discard, you startled me. You invited him? Rudy gasped. The Draconic rolled his eyes. What? Still can't get used to the fact that I'm reformed? Rainbow Dash narrowed his her eyes. A little bit typo. Well, I just say we're still having trouble trusting you. You did turn my apple orchard into an ice ring after all, Applejack pointed out. Lord Chaos shrugged. Fair enough. Now, I heard you talk about humans? Yeah, Ty replied. I read about them in a book. I'm not really sure they exist, though. What are you talking about? Of course they exist. Point's eyes widened. They do? Fluttershy asked. He nodded. Yes, my dear. In fact, I visited the world in the Dark Ages. It was really quite chaotic back then. They kept calling me... what was the name? It began with an S. Remember that shoved. Yeah, right. As if there actually is a land where ponies can't talk. Or fly. The priest sat up. What? Now I know you're lying. You don't believe me? I'll prove it to you. With a snap of his fingers, he vanished, leaving every pony baffled as to where he had gone. After a run for an hour, Tammy retrieved her acoustic guitar and notebook from her room and found a place on a grassy hill. Once her instrument was tuned, she started strumming the strings. I don't know anything about this rhythm. She hung her head back. Her dream was to be a singer. She had already written a few songs, but lately she'd been getting writer's block. She figured come to her favorite place in the world would change that, but the album didn't seem to make a difference. She looked at the horizon, not like the sun was setting or rising. She just stared into space and thought about everything. Her dad, her lack of friends, her loneliness. She didn't have much that little to do to her aunts, for she didn't want them to worry. For some reason, she had trouble connecting with others. They thought she was weird because she spent so much time alone. Being alone helped her think, but it was also, well, lonely. She sighed, thinking about the stories her aunts would tell her. She said the points they were always eager to make friends with everyone, no matter what their differences. Sometimes, she wished that such lunch could exist. Not the part about talking ponies, but the idea that there could be a land where anything was possible, as her aunts would say, just excited her. Then she had an idea and scribbled in her notebook. She sang the words she had written. Not bad, she thought to herself. It won't win a Grammy, but not bad. Timmy sighed. Wish I could go there. Such a place exists. Wish granted. What the? She turned around but was blinded by a flash of light. At the bottom of the hill, Molly was calling her niece down to dinner. She see no reply. She climbed up angrily to see what was keeping her. The blonde woman let out a shriek. All that sound on the hill was an acoustic guitar, a notebook, and pencil. Molly knew how important a guitar was to Timmy, and that she would never leave it behind. Megan! Excuse my cheese lyrics. Fun fact, Megan, Molly, and Dan were the human characters in the first generation MLP. I know what you're thinking, but that was the MLP I knew as a kid. Though I just love Lauren Foss version of it. Oh yeah, and Tammy's named after the voice actor from Megan. Also thought it suited.